So I'm Cherish Marshall. I'm an artist from England. I recently graduated from Wimbledon UAL with a Masters in Fine Art. I co-founded the Uncover Collective, and we're a collective where we bring artists together to exhibit in unusual spaces so they can get their artwork out there and make lifelong connections. I also teach workshops across Essex. Essex is a county within England, and that's what I'm going to do for you today. So on September the 13th, I did work with Art and Artisans to create a workshop on how to map the face using Leonardo Da Vinci's methods. We did try and record that Zoom call. Well, I tried to record that Zoom call. However, due to technical difficulties, it didn't work. So I'm doing a quick snapshot of all the little tricks and tips I've done during that Zoom call. So let's get started. So I just want you to image the face like an egg. So this is like an egg shape, and this is like our dream proportion face. So when you see like Kim Kardashian and the famous celebrities contour the face, they're trying to get that beautiful point to the end of their chin. Now I will say these are idealistic body standards. You do not need to adhere to them, and let's be honest, we can look at my face straight away and know that I haven't got that pointy chin, nor I will ever get to that shape. This is just a quick tip. These are just quick tips to get to that, where you can draw this shape. So for example, where I've got that tip there, if I wanted to curve my face a bit more, that's literally all I'd have to do with this. So now we've got that jazzy bit out of the way, let's get started. So what I want you to do first of all, I just want you to cut your egg halfway. Now you can use a ruler to do this and measure it all up and get it all precise. I'm just going to quickly make some marks in paper just to get my point across. You don't need to watch me measure with a ruler, that's not exciting. So quickly get my mark across like so. Oh, and as a quick thing as well, I'm just using a bit of pastel, black pastel, just to get my example and also so you can see on video. However, you can use a HB pencil to do a drawing, or you can use any pencil to do a drawing. But my advice is, to know about the pencil is that get my words out. So H for pencil means hard and B means black. So the blacker the pencil, the easier it is to blend, and also the darker the graphite comes out. But of course then it gets very smudgy and so forth. The higher the number in the H point is harder the pencil, so you get a lighter mark and the harder it is to blend out. I'd advise using a 4B with this technique because you're using a lot of blending techniques and so forth, but it's completely up to you. These are just guidance. So let's get back to this line. So once you've drawn a line across your face, what I want you to do is do 5 equal measurements across like so. Now you can just use your fingers for this as well, or you can get your rulers out again, but once again I'm not going to show you how to measure with a ruler. So on your second measurement and your fourth measurement, I just want you to draw some lemon type shapes like so. And there are our eyes. So we're already getting started. Within those eyes, I just want you to draw some circles. Simply does it like so. Now at the moment, our eyes are looking quite shocked and surprised. So we just want to tame it down a bit. I'm just going to put some eyelids. And then with an eraser, rubber, whatever you want to call them, you can just rub those bits out. With pastel, it's a little bit harder to do, so I'm just going to leave them in for argument's sake. But like so, you can start doing that. And where you've just put in your eyelid, just under here, just create a little bit of shadow just across. So as you can see, we've got our iris, our eyelids. So now we're just going to put in the pupil, and I'm going to put the pupil about here. However, what I'm going to do, I'm going to draw a circle, but I'm going to have a little bit of the chunk missing out. And this is just going to be the white of our eye. like so. And then within the circle, I'm just going to start on the top, making it darker to blend it to a lighter point, like so. And really starting to bring it all together. And then on the bottom of our eyes, just going to do a slight line, like so. And we're starting to already map our eyes. On the top of our eyelids, I'm going to make some dark marks and just start blending out as well. You can use a blender for this, however, our fingers were invented first, so use your fingers. You can just rub it away and the graphite will soon go. And I'm going to do that on the bottom just there as well. And we're starting to get some marks, getting some shadow and tone in place. Now near where the edge of our eyes, I just want you to start to blend, just to make some marks like so. And just start to blend these bits out, like that. So we're already starting to go down and start to make our nose. So from this point to this point, I want you to do another halfway mark. All these lines once again could be rubbed out. These are just marks and guidance to know where we're putting everything. And then we're going to do another line down in the middle of these marks. And where the lines meet is where our nose is going to be. So in that point, I just want you to draw a circle. And that's going to be the tip of our nose. So that's where a lot of light's going to come in. On the edge, I just want you to draw some little circles, like so. So I've almost got this weird bubbly effect just there. But where our circles meet, so the small one to the big one, in that middle I just want you to make some darker marks, like so. And they're going to be our nostrils. On the edge of our little circles, I just want you to follow it round, just to start to build up our nostrils, like that. And once again, you can use your finger and just do a little bit of blending and shadow. Now this bit, we can cheat as well. We can faintly draw like a rectangle, and that's where we're going to know that's where our bridge is. And then where our bridge is, use the side of your pencil. You can always start to create some shadow as well. Once again, I'm going to blend that out. And we're already starting to get our nose. And the brilliant thing, if you feel like you've gone in too much and your nose is too narrow, you can always get your razor and just rub it back. If you feel like you've done it too wide, just keep knocking it in until you get your perfect shape nose. You can always come back up as well and start building this up where you're starting to get your eyebrow bone as well, like so. Also, just create a little bit of a shadow on top there, just so you can start to bring your light come in. Now we're going to try and get into our lips. So in this bit of the face, just want you to mark out 3 points, evenly measure that up. Of course you can use a ruler, but once again, rough measurement. And on your middle mark, I just want you to go across and make another line. And that line you've made downwards, I want you to make, so above the line and below the line you've just made, just make a figure of 8. And that's where our lips are going to be. So we're going to have circle there, on either circle we're going to put in some triangles as well, like so. Now the ideal lip is the Cupid's bow, so where the point of our triangles meet, I'm going to make some lips just there, and just there. Now you can see where I haven't measured it out equally, it's a little bit lower, but for argument's sake you would measure it out equally. The lips I mean. But anyway, we're going to get our Cupid's bow like so. Create a dark line. And on these edge of the points, what we're going to do is start to create a shadow. But remember where we made a circle from before, our figure of 8? Try not to shade into that circle because that's where our lightest point's going to be. And just start to create a bit of depth. And use your finger just to blend out. And then on the bottom lip, we're just going to go round, bring that round. Once again, where we made a circle down there, try not to hit that light and just blend that. Like so. I'm just going to shape my lips out a bit better. There we are. Of course we've got a little bit of shadow just here as well. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to add a little bit and bring that there. I'm just starting to build that face all up. Just going to make my chin a bit longer so I can try and make this face look a bit more proportioned. This is why we do the measurements properly. But there we are. Like that. So now we're going to go to the top. Now we're going to go to the top of the head. So this bit to this bit. I want you to make 4 marks, equally measure them, like so. And on our first line, I just want you to go across like that. And that's where our eyebrows are going to be. So we're going to start drawing them in. And use your hand and just do some like flicky motions. And just flick them down, building up the hair. And with the eyebrows, go in that direction and go in that direction. So almost like you're cross hatching. Going to do the other side. And because I now know where my eyebrows are going to be placed, I'm going to come here and I'm just going to start to create some shadow, like so, here. There we go. And then I can also bring that round. I can use the side of my pencil and bring that round as well. We're starting to create depth. Now I just want to add some cheekbones and all that, and contour. So when we talk about contour, we look at like Kim Kardashian and things like that. They're just trying to create that perfect egg shape, that perfect point, and that nice sharpness. So from this mark to this mark, we're just going to come down into the face, like so, using the edge of our pencil. And start to blend that out. And we're going to go to the same on the other side. Like so. And if you remember the 4 marks we made earlier, on our third one, just draw your line across there. And if you remember, we halved the face this way as well. I'm just going to pop that there. And that's where our hairline's going to be, and I'm going to put a middle part in. So making like little, almost like seagull effects like that. So you know, like when you draw birds in the sky, and they're just like little birds like that. That's what I just wanted to do with the hair. But following that middle part in like so. Just making some little marks there. Doing it on the other side as well. And also where these marks are, I'm just going to bring that round. And then I'm going to start to go into the face as well. I'm going to start shaping off that face to create a heart. So when it comes to haircuts, to create the perfect silhouette, you tend to want to get that heart style shape. So making the hair line almost like a heart, you are starting to create that perfect shape once again. Now before I go all the way down my hair, I'm going to quickly just map in where my ears would be as well. So the best way to look at how you're going to draw an ear, because you're not going to see the whole thing, you're only going to see the side of the ear, is to look at the number 3. So we see our 3, but what I want you to do, I just want you to stretch your 3 out to almost create that shape. So using this eye line we had here to the bottom of our nose, that's where our ear's going to sit. And do the same on the other side. And in the middle of that ear, let's make a darker mark to suggest where the ear canal is. Now it's up to you whether you want the hair tucked behind the ear or if you want the hair in front of the ear. Completely up to you. I'm going to put my hair a little bit over and expose it as well. Now, a good little tip is when the hair is near the face, the shadows will tend to be darker. And when the hair is further away from the face, the hair will be lighter. So I'm going to start to create my tone as well. And what you can do, you can just smudge it all in, and you can use an eraser to bring out those highlighted marks as well. And you get my gist. Just going to quickly do that on the other side as well. She's a little bit of a wacky haired woman. She needs to go to the salon. But of course it's been locked down and all the hairdressers have been shut. That's my excuse anyway. So her hair's a little bit wackier today. But we are starting to get the gist. And build it up. Now I'm just going to finish off with a little bit of shadow on the top as well. Just because that's where the hair is sitting. So it's creating that nice shadow just there as well. Now a good little tip for eyelashes as well. You may not be able to see if I do little marks, so I'm just going to do some bigger marks there. If I draw another eye shape quickly, just up here. People tend to do eyelashes and they're standing up on their ends like that. We don't want to do that. What we want to do is almost make like little ticks. Like so. So what we're going to do is just on the inside of the eye is have our little tick and then bring them out. And just do that all the way around like so. You can also connect up the eyelashes as well, where they've had mascara and so forth. And we can also do that on the bottom lip. So I'll quickly do that on my one, but you might not be able to see that detail. Now I'm just going to sharpen her in certain places, giving her a bit more tone. So a good way to think about it, if I turn my face sideways as well, anything that is protruding out more is going to have more light on it. Anything further back is going to have more shadow on it. And that's what I'm going to just quickly do, create some more shadow. Do a little bit of shadow there and there as well. Add some more shadow on the eyelids. And that's all portraiture really is going back and forth, blending back and forth, blending more to try and get our shapes all together. It's a bit like that really. So my face is at a slight angle, it's just where I've been drawing at a slight angle. But hopefully you can get some little tips of just where to mark everything out, measure it exactly, measure it sharp, and then you'll get a well proportioned face. And hopefully you've learnt a few things today. If not, well, hopefully they've been somewhat entertaining. If not, my bad, sorry. Anyway, have a lovely day and have a look at more videos by Art and Artisans. Bye!